and good day to you all. You're welcome to my YouTube channel, Dorothy Inspires. If this is your first time joining me, you are welcome. Today, we are going to be looking at the skills and qualities that is required in the social work profession. I'd like you to engage with me in this video. I'm going to list the most obvious ones, but if there's any that you feel that I've left out, please leave a message in the comment section and let me know other skills and qualities that you feel is needed or that you feel is necessary for the social work profession. What skills and qualities do you feel is needed or do you feel that is required in the role as a social worker or in the social work role? Number one, effective listening skills. You are working with people who are experiencing something that they want to talk about, and they need someone who can listen to them effectively and respond appropriately. Secondly, good communication skills. Good communication skills is important for many professions, more so important for the social work profession. Communication is about communicating in an appropriate way, which includes choosing the right words, depending on the audience or depending on the person that you are communicating with. So it's a two-way process. Your communication should be tailored to suit the individual that you're communicating with, so that they can interact and engage and get the most from the experience. Number three, attention to detail. You're dealing with sometimes very complex matters. Therefore, attention to detail is important. Number four, good interpersonal skills. Being able to relate to other people is so important in social work. This is a profession where you will be working directly with people. You need to be able to engage and interact very well with other people. Now, this is not only with our clients and customers, but also with your colleagues, as well as, your colleagues. And more so, if you go into social work management, it's really important to have good interpersonal skills. Number five, you need to have a genuine passion for social work. Otherwise, you risk failing. You need to have a love for the job that you've gone for. You need to have a love for the job that you've studied for. Number five, resilience. Resilient. Remember, you sometimes have to deal with crisis situations. You've got to be emotionally resilient in social work. Number six, empathetic. Being very understanding to people and tuning into their feelings and what's going on for them is very important and is key in social work, to be empathetic. Non-judgmental. Having a non-judgmental approach is very important in social work. So you're working with people coming from various backgrounds and walks of life. They have their own culture in how they do things and what their beliefs are. Their views and beliefs and their culture may differ to yours as a social worker, and you need to respect that. Respect that people are allowed to be different, and what you may consider to be a norm may not be a norm for somebody else. As a social worker, you need to be very mindful of this. Otherwise, you will be doing a disservice to people if you behave in a judgmental way. A good social worker should have knowledge of social work theories and practice standards to underpin practice. I won't go into social work theories in this video, but I will do a separate video in the very near future on social work theories. Now, I was doing this in order, but I've lost count of the order. I think I've lost count of the number that I was on. Okay, so I do apologize for that. A social worker needs to conduct themselves with professionalism at all times. So, in terms of how you conduct yourself, it extends beyond your 9-to-5 social work job or your daytime social work role. For example, you finish work on a Friday evening and you decide to go to the pub or restaurant or just to chill out and have fun. You have a few drinks too many and you're not able to control yourself and you decide to, go behind a wheel, for example, and drink drive. Now that can be very serious. So not only would you be putting yourself at risk if you drink drive, for example, but you would be putting pedestrians and motorists and other users of the road at risk. And it will cost you everything that you would have worked for, including your social work career. So this is quite serious stuff. So many people enjoy socializing, and we do need to socialize and take time out in social work. And that's okay. But remember to drink in moderation and know your limits, and remember your career and everything that you've worked for. So I just thought that I would speak to you about this because it happens, it does happen. Yes, you can socialize, you can have fun, but be sensible in what you're doing so that you do not put yourself at risk, put your life at risk, endanger other people, and cost your career, and cost your life, and cost everything that you might have worked for. So it's very important that you are mindful of this. A social worker needs to be hardworking. A social worker needs to be able to write good reports. Social worker needs to have good report writing skills. Report writing skills will improve as you practice, so it comes with experience. A social worker needs to have the ability to analyze things and summarize key points without losing important information. A social worker needs to be able to work well under pressure. You may be working with a client who needs additional care, in an emergency. And you've only just been informed as a social worker. It may be late on a Friday afternoon, let's say 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock, and you're informed that this client's health is deteriorated and they need emergency care over the weekend, for example. You've received this information late in the day on Friday. You've got to adjust. You've got to stop everything that you're doing to be able to prioritize that client who needs the additional care. You need to focus on the emergency at hand, bearing in mind that the working day is nearly over and it's Friday, 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So in social work, we're forever prioritizing and meeting competing demands. A social worker needs to be caring and have a genuine interest in people. Some of the qualities, such as being calm, being a calm person, very much depends on the social worker's personality. Not everyone is calm. Not everyone is going to be calm. So realistically speaking, no one person can have all the skills and all the right qualities and all the right personalities all in one for a social work role. It is not possible. It's not possible to have every single quality in one person. That is why it's important that adult social care departments employ social workers with different personalities, different qualities and skill set. There are some skills, there are some qualities that you will learn on the job. For example, attention to detail and the ability to analyze things. Your report writing skills will certainly improve as you gain more experience and practice as a social worker. In social work, we need to embrace differences and appreciate why we are all different. We all have our strengths and weaknesses, and we know where we can shine the most. Appreciate that not everyone is going to be like you. In social work, certain personalities work better with certain types of clients. That is the reason why in a team it's good to have people with different personalities, different skill set in a team. Sometimes your manager may decide to allocate a client to you to work with because they feel you may have the right personality and the right approach to be able to work with that client. This is the reason why it's important that local authorities employ social workers with different personalities and skill set across a team. Thank you so much for watching me. I do hope that you've learned something today. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Please share my videos, please leave a comment on the comment section, and please click the notification bell so that you never miss any of my videos. Thank you very much once again, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye-bye.